Good morning YouTube and welcome back to my channel. This is Birdie Golfer and today we have another very exciting unboxing of new products that I do have. Okay, so this is another unboxing. This is another golf product that is going to be very important to me for using over the winter and also for next year as well. So I have actually opened up the box just to make this a bit easier. But what we have here, this is the sweet spot. Okay, so this is a training aid that you will position in front of you. So this end here is actually towards the target, and then what happens is you actually place your feet, whether or not you are an adult, so this is left foot and this is right foot, or if you are a child, so left foot and right foot, for playing different shots within the golf game. As an adult, the only time I wouldn't have my left foot here and my right foot here is if I am using a wedge, which my feet then would be placed here, because it is a more specialist, delicate shot, so you're actually not needing a full swing. So your stance does not have to be as wide as it normally would be. And if you have both your feet here and here, the ball position will come to here, so it will actually be the center of the stance, and as long as you have the weight very slightly forward, then you should always be catching the sweet spot, as it's called, so you then get very good ball contact. So here is regarding where you would have your irons. So if your feet are here and here, iron number 1 would be here, which I don't own. I don't own a 2, I own a 3 at the moment, and I do use it sometimes, but normally it's my hybrid. You then have a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So as you can see, the ball does move slightly further back in your stance with the shorter clubs. Okay, so a 9 iron, as an example, will have a lot more degrees of loft on it than a 3 iron will. So a 9 iron, even if you hit it at the same power with the same speed, you will go a shorter distance due to the loft of the clubs. Okay, each manufacturer will have different strengths of club, and even with me having PXG, there is actually 3 or 4 different lofts that you can get depending on the type of club that you're using. Okay, so currently I use the T club, so I use the Tour club, which is actually very quite strong, and it is a blade, so you do lose some distance on that compared with a normal cavity back. Okay, but let's open this up so we can see what sort of quality that we do have. Okay, so first impressions, it is bendy, which is good. It is laminated, which is good as well, especially if it's going to be used here in Scotland. At the moment it is very wet and very muddy, so this will obviously clean very quickly. The back of it is just white. It is quite nice that they have gone with a grass design picture on the back. Regarding the feet placement, it does look maybe slightly wider than what I would play, because normally your feet should be shoulder width apart. So left and right here. So if you see, that is actually just slightly wider than my shoulders. But what I could potentially do is angle my feet slightly out more this way instead of being straight, which actually helps your body to turn through the different areas of the swing. But yeah, so far very impressed with it. It is an issue that I do have, so this is one of the reasons that I have purchased this, to try and improve my golf over the winter. Okay, so guys, hopefully you enjoy this part of the unboxing. I will obviously be taking it to the course and we will be doing some videos of me actually using it. Then I will give more feedback as well. But this is Birdie Golfer, thanking all my subscribers for the likes, the shares, the comments that they've done to my channel, because it has allowed my channel to grow, and within the first 4 months I have become monetized, so there is obviously adverts appearing now on all of my different vlogs. So guys, please do watch them. It is very important for me to obviously gain some income so I can keep buying things like this, and also then to do all of these fantastic reviews. Peace. So guys, I don't know if you can see this properly, but this is where I've just been hitting those 4 drives. The sweet spot is between here and here, so I am still slightly towards the heel, so I need to try and be more into this area. That's why I have the coffee cup sitting on the outside of the driver head, and it's actually to try and train me to not then hit the ball off this area here, because if I do, then I lose distance, I also don't have such good ball flight, and my direction is out to the right as well. So even with these here, I still had fade probably about 30 to 40 yards away from where I was aiming, which if I can get better here, then hopefully I can reduce that slightly. So it is something I'm working on. Obviously is helping that I am using the new sweet spot training aid. So as you can see, this is where I would be set up. So I am trying to hit below here, because this is then the sweet spot. So as you can see, I am just slightly towards the heel. The good thing at the moment is that the weather is quite wet, so the balls are wet, that's why they are actually making a mark on here. The other thing that you can use is athlete's foot spray to spray over here, and then it actually gives you all the dimple pattern, so you can actually research exactly where it is that you're actually hitting when you have finished taking your shot. So it is very, very small margins. As you can see, I'm potentially half a centimetre out, but that half a centimetre within a second and a half of a swing can be quite hard to try and combat. So it is, as I said, something I'm working on at the moment, but definitely so far I do feel that the training aid is working. It is helping with the majority of my shots. I have been watching some of the videos that I have taken so far this morning, so you may see that there is a slight change in my setup. I was actually feeling that I was quite hunched over, whereas if I bend my knees slightly more, then my back is in more of a straight line between my tailbone and my head, which obviously is better posture. And then if I can spin on that axis properly, with having my hands up higher, so you may have seen that I'm very shallow and compact at the start, which is why I then put down the bucket with the club attached to the side of it, and it's to try and teach me to have slightly higher hands, so I'm then in a better position at the top of the backswing, which then gives me more time and more space during my downswing as well. So hopefully if I can get that sorted, then it will give me a lot more of a consistent ball flight, and my yardages will be a lot more consistent also. So it is something that I'm going to be working on over the winter, which is why obviously I have been investing in these training aids and the different clothes that I have purchased also. So hopefully you do enjoy the video. Thank you very much for all the subscribers, all the comments, the people that are liking and sharing the content. So as I keep trying to tell everybody, you know, I'm trying to be as open and honest with everybody on my channel as to how hard a game golf can be. Yeah, unfortunately what you do see on the television is like 0.01% of the professionals. There is a lot of professionals out there that unfortunately do not make the cut, etc., and they are spending a lot of money to do potentially the first day or the first 2 days of a tournament to then actually get no prize money at the end of it. So to them, thank you very much for all the hard work and the dedication. Also thank you to all the different golf pros that there is out there on YouTube. I'm not a golf pro, I am just a very keen amateur who loves the sport, but it can also be frustrating as well when things are not going right. So unfortunately, when you do go for a lesson with a golf pro, sometimes to start off with, it can actually make things worse, because it does give you more things to think about when you are actually on the golf course. And if anybody has ever played golf, then you know that having one swing thought in your head is actually one too many, which unfortunately is my issue at the moment. So it is something that I'm trying to work on, hence I'm spending so many hours each day on the range. So thankfully today the weather has stayed pretty clear and pretty dry. It was actually meant to be raining all day today, but there was a break of about 3 or 4 hours when I checked the forecast, so hence I came out to try and use this new product. Hopefully you enjoy. Thank you.